Okay, so good evening, everyone.
Good evening, sir. Good evening, sir.
Okay, how are you all?
Fine, sir. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. Yeah, anyone, please, like message to Mehak because she is missing in meeting. Ask her to join, right? Please send her one message. Okay. Meanwhile, let me share my screen. Okay, so let's start. Okay, suppose if I want to take input from the user, if I want to take input from user, so how can I take input from the user? Can anyone tell me which function we use to take input from the user?
Using input function.
Okay, using input function. So we will use input function, and inside the input function we write the message enter num. Okay, enter num1. For example, I'm asking what? Enter num1, right? So user will enter a number. Suppose user entered this number, suppose 10. So can I store this 10 in a variable called num? Yes. So this input function return what type of data? String type or integer type? Which type of data it returns?
String type.
It returns string type of value. So we will convert our value, our number into what? Integer. So like that we can take a number from the user. Okay. So like that we are getting this input from the user. Okay. Now my requirement is take 10 input from the users. Okay, take 10 inputs from the user. So how we can take 10 input from the user? Can anyone tell me how we can take 10 time input from the user?
Using range in for loop.
Using for loop we can iterate, because whenever you want to repeat the thing, at that time what we use for loop. So how we can take 10 numbers? What I will do, I will write for loop for I in range. Okay, range is what? Data type which generates some values. So we will say how much values we want. We want 10 values. So if we want 10 values, then how much we will write? We will write 10. Okay, how much it will generate? How much values it will generate? 0 to
9.
0 to 9. So 0 to 9 means how much? 10 values. Okay, means 10 values means this for loop will execute 10 time. Okay, 0 to 9 time it will execute, right? Okay, so inside the for loop, if I write something called print and if I write something called hello, so what will happen? Let me just comment it first. If I write here, if I execute it, so 10 time it is printing what? Hello. So can I repeat this input 10 time? Can I repeat this input line 10 time? Instead of repeating print hello, can I repeat this line? Yes, we can repeat. Just cut this line here and remove this line hello, because our requirement is what? Take 10 numbers, take 10 inputs from the user. So that's the reason we are pasting our line here, right? So what will happen? This loop will execute 0 time, okay, because this range function will generate zeroth value first. So 0 value will assign to the I, and after that it will execute. So what it will do? It will take first number and it will store inside what? Num. Again the value will increase. Now the value will 1. Okay. So 1 will assign to the I, and after that this line will again execute, right? So if I run this code, so what will happen? So it is asking one number, enter one number, enter one number. So can we do something like enter one number, enter two number, enter three number, num three, enter num one, enter num two, enter num three? Can we do like this? Can anyone tell me how we can do that like this? Okay, my requirement is whenever it is asking input enter num1, so everywhere it is showing num1 and num1. So when it is taking number 1, so it should print here what? Enter num1, and here enter num2, enter num3. So how we can do this? Anyone?
In place of 1, we should take I in curly braces.
And we should write I plus 1. I is equal to I plus 1.
Okay, where we can write? Can you please let me know again?
In place of num1, you should write num in curly braces I.
Okay, num is, can I remove this one?
Yes.
Okay, here should I write I? That's it. Okay, let me execute it. So what it is asking? Enter num curly braces I. Is it my requirement? No, this is not my requirement. What is my requirement? My requirement is it should ask enter num1, enter num2. Can we use here formatting string? Can I
In
write
F
here F?
string, yes.
Can I use F string? F string means whenever you use F string, so whatever you write inside the curly braces, so it prints that particular variable's value. Okay, if you are writing something outside the curly braces, it will print as it is. So can I do like this? Okay, let's see. So it is asking enter num0, enter num1. So somehow it is correct, but it is not actually correct. It is starting with 0, but we have to start it with 1. So how we can do it? Because I value is starting with 0, because range is generating 0, because we haven't given a start value. So start value is by default 0. So can we change start value?
Yes, we have to start with 1.
Okay, we can start with 1. Okay, then if we are starting with 1, so it is starting with 1 and it will end with 9. So means how many numbers it is generating? 9 numbers it is
9
generating.
numbers.
But how much requirement we have? 10 inputs.
Mm.
So can we write here 11? So when we write 11, so it will ask 10 numbers 1 to 10. Is it correct?
Yes, sir.
So now will it work accordingly? Okay, so now it is asking enter one number. Okay, 10, 11, 12, 13, okay, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. 19 it is asking. How many time it is executing? 10 time or not? No,
It is executing 10 times, sir.
it is executing 10 time. 1. Okay, 10 time it is executing. Yes, yes.
Yes.
10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17.
You started with 0, so it is giving 19.
I started with 0. Okay, okay, okay. Yes, yes. Okay, fine, fine. Got it. Okay. Okay, so it is executing 10 times because num1 to num10 it is executing. Okay, now whatever input I am giving, I want to calculate the total of this input. Okay, 10 plus 11 plus 12 plus 13 plus 14 plus 15 plus 16, and in last I have to print total sum of input is so and so. So how can I do this? Any idea? Because whatever number user entering, it is coming in num. So how we can add the numbers? So suppose whatever
Sir,
number
what was the
user,
question?
can you please repeat once what you are
What
saying?
was the question?
The question is whatever the input entered by the user, I want to add the inputs. Okay, and I have to display the total sum. I have to display the total sum. So initially user entered what number? 10. Okay, so can I store this variable in, can I store this variable inside add? Can I create one variable add, and inside the add variable can I write something like this: add is equals to add plus num. Okay, so what's the num value? Num value is 10, and I will initialize add with 0. So add value initially what? 0. Okay, so 0 plus 10, how much? It is 10. Okay, next time user entered what? 11. So next time num value is what? Next time num value is what? 11. Okay, so what is the add value right now? Add value is 10. So add value is 10. What's the num value? What is the num value? Num value is 11. So 10 and 11, how much it is? 21. So what is the updated add value? What is the updated add value? Updated add value is 21. Okay. Next time what will happen? User entered another number which is 12. So 12 will come here. Okay. And 12 will come here. And what is the add value? Add value is 21. So 21 and 12, how much? 33. Right. So what is the new add value? New add value is 3. Right, so like that this operation will follow. So can we write this statement in order to add all numbers? Are you understanding everyone this line?
Understandings.
Okay, great. So first we have to write sum is equals to not sum. Can I write here add is equals to 0? Yes. And now what we can do, can I write here after? Okay, after this line we get the num value. So what we will do, we will write here inside the loop add equals to add plus num. Okay, so initially num value is suppose 10. Okay, so 10 will come here, and what is the add value? Initially add value is 0. So 10 plus 0 is what? 10 plus 0 is what? 10.
10.
Alright, after that another num value will come which is 11. Okay, so 10 is already there in add, and 10 and 11 is 21. So 21 will store. So like that all the values will add, and after that once loop will complete means it will go outside the loop. So can I print here total using f string? Whenever you write f string, so first you will write f symbol, then you will write single quote, or you can use double quote also. Okay, so I will write total sum of inputs. Okay, and here I will print the input value. So which variable containing the addition of all the numbers? This add variable. So can I write here add? Yes. So will it print? Will it print? Okay, suppose it is asking 10 inputs now. So I'm writing here 2 4 1. Okay, 6 5 4 3 9. Okay, 7 and 11. So what is the sum? Total sum of inputs is 52. Okay, but before before and after this line I want to print some star line. Before this line, before total sum, I want to print a star line, and after this I have to print a star line. So how can I print a star line? Can you please tell me, anyone, how we can print the star line?
We have to take print in string star, and
Okay,
after that,
we can write print, and inside the print in string we can write asterisk symbol, and we can multiply this with how much value? Suppose 20, right? So when you are writing anything in a string and you are writing multiplication operator, and so what will this multiplication operator will do? It will work as a repeats. Okay, so it will repeat this symbol how many times? 20 times. Okay, so before this line, before the total, and after the total, I have to generate the star line, right? Okay, so it is again asking to I'm giving the same input all the time. Okay, so it is generating this output. Total sum of input is this. Now my requirement is, okay, uh, total sum we have generated. Okay, now other requirement is calculate average. Calculate average. So how we can calculate the average? Can anyone tell me? Okay, so please tell me how we can generate average. Okay, after the total it should show me like the average is what? We have to add the total of the input, we have to add the inputs and divide it number of time it is repeating. What I'm trying to say, how you calculate the average? Suppose you are taking three inputs like 2, 4 and 1. So three inputs you are taking. So what you will do, you will add all the inputs. So what is the total of this? 7, right? Okay, and how you will calculate the average? So how many inputs are there? 1, 2, 3. So you will divide this 7 by 3. So whatever the result will come, that will become your average. Okay, suppose I am entering here 2, 4, 2. So what is the sum? What's the total of this? The total of this is 8. Okay, how many numbers are there? 1, 2, 3. So you will divide it by 3. So the result will come, that result will become average of the input. So how we can calculate this? Any idea?
Add
we have
divided by
to
n.
do add divided by num.
Add divided by
Num.
add divided by num. So num is sometime num value is see, sometime num value is 10, sometime num value is 11, sometime num value is 12. But here
No,
what we are
add
doing,
divided.
we are dividing how many time user entered number. So here user entered 3 times. So we are dividing it by 3 times. We are calculating addition of the inputs, and we are dividing it number of time. So how many time user entering the number, that many time we have to divide that. Okay, so here, so user entered how many numbers? User entered 10 numbers. Okay, and this is the add, this is what addition, and user entered 10 number. So can we divide this addition by 10? Can we divide this addition by 10? So we will get the average, yes or no?
We can divide it by 10 or I also.
We can divide it by I also.
10 or yes.
No, no, because I value is not fixed. Now I value is changing continuously. First time it is 1, then 2, then 3, then 4, then 5. Like that it is increasing 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So which value of I you want to divide the number? So it is not fixed. Okay, so that's why here we will write one line. Print, okay, average of inputs What is the average of input? What we can do, can we write here add divided by 10, because 10 time user entered the 10 time user entered the inputs. So can I write add divided by 10? Will it give average? Yes or
It
no?
will give, sir.
It will
But
give. Yes. Yeah.
but what if it in case the inputs are more than 10? We should divide like how many times input is there. That many times we should divide with it.
Your question is valid, but according to this program, user cannot give less than 10 input. Always user will give 10 inputs because our loop is repeating how many times? 10 times. So user cannot give only 3 inputs. User will give all the 10 inputs. Then this will be the valid program. So that's why I'm writing here fixed value, because we are taking how many inputs? 10 inputs. That's why we will divide it by 10. So it will print the average. Okay, so I'm writing here 2 2 2 1 1 1 4 4, and last value is 5. So it is giving what? Total value is what? This. Okay, and average is what? 2.4. Okay, average value is what? 2.4. Now suppose user entering sometime 3 numbers and sometime user entering 5 numbers. So how we can control this? So what we can do, can we ask user to the n value? N means stop point. N means stop value. Can we ask stop value from the user? Okay, let me create one variable called stop, and here I will ask. Okay, here I will ask to the user how many inputs you want. Okay, like randomly I'm just writing this, how many inputs you want. Okay, so user will give, like, I want 5 inputs. I want to enter values 5 times. 5 input means user will enter 5 times. So can I write this stop value here? Can I write stop value here? Can I write stop here? Stop is what? Variable which contain 5. So if user will enter here 5, if stop value is 5, so means it will execute 1 2 3 and 4 times. But user want to enter input how many times? 5 times, but it is taking input 4 times. So can we write here plus 1? Can we write here plus 1? Yes. How many times it will execute now? 5 times. Okay, now if how many time we are taking input from the user? 5 time we are taking input from the user. If we are dividing it by 10, so now our average will calculate wrong. Why? Because we are taking 5 time inputs and we are dividing it 10. So that is wrong. If you are taking 5 input, so you have to divide the total by 5. If you are taking 3 input, then you have to divide this total by 3. Are you understanding? So can we divide this addition? Can we divide this addition? Okay, by stop. Stop means if stop value is 5, so means this input, how many inputs? User giving 5 inputs. So can we write here stop? Stop means whatever value entered by the user, so that is what the stop value means, that many times user want input. Are you guys getting this, everyone? So now it is asking how many inputs you want. How many inputs you want? Suppose I want 2 inputs. Okay, first input is 10 and the second input is 20. Okay, so what is the total sum? Total sum is 30. What is the average? Average is what? 15.0. Is it correct? Suppose how many inputs you want? I want 5 inputs. Okay, just let me execute it once again. Okay, so how many inputs you want? So I'm writing here, I want 5 input. So tell me first input. Input 1 is this. enter num2, num2 is this, num3, num3 is this. Okay, and num4 is like 2, num5 is like 100. Okay, so what is the total sum? Total sum is this. Okay, and what's the average of inputs? So average of input is this 32.4. Are you understanding, everyone? Can we do it like this?
Yes, sir,
Any
understanding.
doubt, anyone?
No doubt, sir. Understood.
No, sir.
What about Sabina? Are you understanding, Sabina? Okay, great. That's great. Okay, nice. Okay, so let me take a new file and then we will create another program. Let me just close it, close it. Okay. Okay, so now what we have to take, now what we have to do, take uh, more than one input from the user. Okay, and find min and max value. What does it mean? Suppose user entered values like, okay, I'm writing here this formatting string. Okay, suppose user, this is also like comment. So suppose user entered what, input 1 is what, input 1 is 10, right, and input 2 is 20, and input 3 is 5, right, and in last what we have to print, maximum input value is, or simply we can say maximum input value is 20 and minimum input value is what, 5. So we have to print like this. So can we do this? How we can do this? Any idea? So first we will try to take more than one input from the user. Okay, so more than one input means, can we ask a stop value from the user? Can we ask a stop value from the user? Enter stop value. Integer input we are going to take with the help of input function. Okay, and we will write here enter stop value. Okay, so what we will do with stop value, suppose user entered stop value is 3, so 3 time we will take input from the user. If user entered in stop value is 4, so we will take input how many time, 4 time we will take input from the user. Are you guys understanding? So if you want to take input from the user more than one time, so what you will do, you will do repetition. And for the repetition, can we use for loop for I in range? Okay. And what is the range value? So the range will start with 1. Okay. And range should stop with the user. User is saying 4. Okay, if user is saying 4, so means we have to stop it with 4. Okay, so if we will write here stop value only, so how much it will generate? It will generate 1, then 2, then 3. Okay, but it will not generate 4. Okay, it is not going to generate 4. Why? Because stop value is 4. So what I will do, can I add here 1 plus 1? Yes. So if you will write plus 1 means it will generate how many time it will repeat? 4 time it will repeat. Okay, a user entered 4 means 4 times we have to repeat. But what exactly we want to repeat? What exactly we want to repeat? What exactly we have to repeat? Suppose,
Input function.
yes, suppose stop value here is what? 3. So 3 times we are taking input from the user. Yes or no? We are taking 3 times. So we have to repeat input. Okay. So if I write here, what we will write? Here we will write input. Okay. And here we will write one message input 1. Okay. And this input should be integer type. So we are converting it to integer. Okay, let me store this value inside a num, a variable called num. So this much clear, everyone? Are you understanding this much, everyone? Tell me yes or no, guys.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, suppose I entered here 4. So it is asking input 1, which is 10. It is asking again input 1. It should not ask input 1 again. It should ask input 2 again. So some mistake is there in our program. So what we can do in order to print here input 2, can anyone help?
We
Input
should write
I plus 1.
Input I plus 1.
no. We should write I
F
in
string
Can we
F
write
C.
here
string.
So,
formatting string? Can we write here
Yes,
formatting string? And can we
yes, yes.
yes,
put it
One.
yes,
in
sir.
1? Can I write here I? Can I write here simply I? Because I value
Yes,
is
sir.
what? First time 1. So take one input. I value is 2. Now the take second input. Like that, can we do? Yes. So
Yes,
let's
sir.
try. Okay, enter stop value. So stop value is suppose 4. So it is asking what? Input 1. Okay. It is asking second input. Okay. It is asking third input. Okay. It is asking fourth input. Okay. It is asking. But after that, the program completed. But we have to print what? Minimum and maximum value. So how we can print minimum and maximum value? We don't need to use any predefined function. Okay. We have to write the logic. So can I create two variables here? Can I create two variables? One is min, okay, mini, okay, or min value, min v. Okay, initially I'm assigning it what 0 or max v, right? Okay, so we got two inputs. I mean, I've created two variables. Okay, initialize it with 0. Okay, suppose I'm just showing you one scenario. What's the scenario? Suppose user entered the stop value is what 1. When stop value is 1, so how many inputs it will ask? How many time it will ask input? How many time it will take input?
One time.
One time only. So suppose I entered what 10. Okay. So after taking the input, what we have to take print? Okay, but according to our program, we have written more than one input. Okay, let's see, we are not writing more than input. We are writing take take not more, take inputs. Inputs means it can be one, it can be more than one. Okay, fine. So in this case, what is the maximum value? What's the minimum value? So minimum value is same and maximum value is same. So what is the max? Max value is 10. What's the min value? Min value is also 10. Are you understanding? Are you understanding, guys?
Yes, sir.
So whenever stop value is 1, whenever stop value is 1, so can we say user entered one value? So if user want to check max and minimum, so the same value is maximum and same value is minimum. So can we write here one condition according to this conclusion? Can we write one condition here? What condition we can write? If stop value, what is the stop value? Stop value is 1. That's mean it will enter one input only. So stop value is equals to 1. So means we will say minimum is also the number entered by the user and maximum is also the same number entered by the user as per this logic. Okay, user entered stop value 1, user given one input. Okay, and it cannot take more than one input because stop value is only 1. So in this case minimum and maximum both are same. So can we say whenever your stop is equals to 1, so min value is also num, okay, and max value is also num, okay, and after that suppose user entered what 1, okay, and so how many numbers it will generate? Only one. How many input will take? Only one input it will take. Suppose it taken 10. Okay, after that it will check stop value is equals to 1 or not. Yes, stop value is equals to 1. Condition true. Assign 10 into min value, assign 10 into max value. So can I print outside the for loop? Yes, print. What we have to print? Try to understand, everyone. I hope you guys are listening very carefully. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
How many
Yes,
of you
sir.
are busy in there doing some work? Everyone please stop doing any work, just listen and focus here, otherwise you will miss the logic and concept. Okay, so everyone please pay attention. So whenever stop value is 1 means user will enter how many numbers? One input. So if your user entering one number, one input only, so that input is maximum, that input is minimum only. So we will print here maximum. Okay, so means this line we have to print actually. Maximum is what? We cannot say 20. In place of 20 we have to print maximum, means we have created this variable max value. Okay, max underscore v. If you have any doubt you can ask immediately, right? Okay, and minimum is this line we will copy and paste here. Minimum means we will write this min variable name. Okay, so in case of stop value 1, so this input is valid. Okay, so let me just execute. Okay, suppose user entered stop value is 1, so it is entering what? Input. So first input is what? 100. So it will ask one input only. Why? Because stop value is 1. Okay, so what is the maximum value? Maximum value is 100. And what is the minimum value? Minimum value is also 100 because user entered one value only, so there is no comparison. Suppose if user entered two values, if user entered how many values? Two values. Okay, one is 10, one is what? 10, and second is 100. So what should be the minimum, what should be the maximum? Tell me, guys.
10 will be minimum.
And
100 is maximum.
maximum. Okay, so what it is saying? 0 0 means according to our logic it is checking stop value is equals to 1, but stop value is equals to 2. Stop value is equals to 2. Okay, so how many time it will generate? It will generate 1 and it will 2. It will execute two time, right? 1 and 2 time. First time it has taken 10 and second time it is taking 100. Okay, so stop value is equals to 1. No, stop value is equals to 2. So what we can do? This condition is working for whenever stop value is equals to 1. Otherwise, we will write else block. Means whenever stop value is more than 1. More than one means whenever user entering more than one numbers. Okay, so it will come to the else block and it will compare. How it will compare? It will compare. Can anyone tell me how it will compare? Can it compare like this? When if number, whatever number is there, number is greater than number is greater than which value? Min value.
Minimum value.
Can we say min value? Yes, because min value is initially what? 0. So if user enters some number which is greater than min value, so what we will say? We will say assign that value, assign that number inside a variable called max value. Can we say right like this? Suppose user entered number 10. Okay, and what is the min value? Min value is what? 0. Right, so 10 is greater than 0. Yes, so assign 10 inside what? Max variable. Right, suppose user entered suppose minus 10. So now num value is not greater than min value because min is what? 0 and num is what? Minus 10. So means this condition is what? False. When this condition is false, so we will create one else and we will say right here min value and provide that number inside what? Min value. So will it work now? Like that it will follow for the all the conditions. Okay, right, so let's execute it. Okay, so it is asking stop value means how many numbers you want to generate. I want to generate 5 numbers. So first number is 10, second is 100, third one is 1000, fourth one is 3, and the fifth one is 5. So this logic is not actually correct. So it is saying maximum is 5. So what is the mistake we are doing? No, no, no.
Sir, instead of stop, why don't you take I if I is equals to? Because I values and stop values are different.
Okay, 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 okay. Yes, yes, yes. You are saying right. Yeah, yes, yes. You are right. Okay. So we have to check with first input. So when user will take first input, when I value will become, when I value will be 1. So I value will be 1 means we have to check it with 1. I equals to 1. Yes, that is correct. Okay, when I equals to 1 means I equals to 1 means first input. Okay, when I value will increase by 2 means this condition will not be true. Okay, yes, so that is correct. Suppose user entered 1 only. User entered 1. Okay, so I value equals to 1. So minimum is also number and maximum is also the number. Okay, so this else part will not execute and the next value will also not generated. So the minimum and maximum will come. Right, okay, so now it will work. The mistake was this: we were checking with stop but we have to check it with I. Okay, suppose I'm taking stop value is what? 1. Okay, I mistakenly I pressed another key. Okay, so I'm taking stop value is 1. Okay, so I'm taking input 1 is what? 10. So 10 is maximum and 10 is minimum, right, according to this. Suppose if I entered If I entered, stop value is 3 and I'm entering what 10 to 90. So this time maximum value is 90 and minimum value is what 2. Okay, so very nice. Okay, so I hope everyone understanding this logic. Who will explain the logic of this program? Can anyone tell logic? Means can anyone execute this program manually? Can you debug this program manually, anyone?
Should I?
Yeah, you can try. So I'm just copying this code. You don't need to write the logic, just you have to explain the logic by writing the comments. Okay, I'm pasting it in comments. Okay. So please try to explain the logic by using comments. Okay, so I'm stop sharing my screen. You please share your screen. Yes, please delete the comments.
Okay, sir. So first, first we take stop value 4.
Can you please speak little louder so
Our
that we can
minimum.
listen properly?
Okay, sir.
Yes.
First we are taking stop value 4. Our min value is 0. Maximum value is also 0. For I in range, where our starting value is 1 and stopping value is 5. Yeah. Here end value is 5 and we are starting with 1. Here we take input from users like input 1, input 2, input 3 till 4.
So instead of 5, can you please write 1, 2, 3 up to 5 so that it will be clearly
Here,
visible? Yes, because it is generating how
okay,
many numbers? Up to 4, na?
it will, yes,
Yeah,
1, then it will stop till 5.
yes.
Here, user will enter the value input,
Okay.
like user will enter 10. Should I write the user value
Yes, you should write.
in comment?
Yes. Anyone, if you have any doubt, you can ask Ursula directly. Right? So don't stay silent. If you have any doubt, you can ask.
First, we can take input as 10, 20, 30, 40. We only take 4 inputs because we ask user to enter 4 value. Then we come here. If I is equal to 1, I value is initially 1, then it will go here minimum value is 0, uh, and num value is 10.
So
Then it will store
first tell
10.
me once I equals to what? This condition is true or false?
This condition is true.
So please write true in comments so that we can clearly see that.
Okay.
Yes.
Here minimum value is initialized with 0, and we are writing here min value is equal to num. Our num value is 10.
Okay.
So in min value we initialize 10. Here it will come here max value is equal to num. Max value is 0 and num value is 10. It will initialize here 10 on, and it will not go in this part because here condition is true. Then
Okay.
it will go here and it will increase the I value. I value will become 2 here.
Okay.
Then it will take second input like 20,
Okay.
and I is equal to 2, condition will be false. Second time condition will false, then it will go here else part. If num greater than max value, our max value here is 10 and num value here is 20. 20 is greater than 10. Yes, condition true.
Okay. Num. What's the num value? Num value is what?
Num, num value is 20.
Okay. Num value is 20. And what's the max value?
Max value is 10.
Okay. Max value is 10. So can you
20
please
is 10.
write max value 10 above like you initialize the variables now? So like 0 max equals to
Here,
0 you initialize it. Yes. Here which value updated? Max or min?
here min value,
Okay, min is
both
updated.
will,
Both updated.
yes. Max value is also 10. Here condition is true and max, if condition true, it will execute. Max value here is 10 and num value is 20. So it will initialize max value as 20.
Okay, so it will
So
update
here
also.
max value become 20.
Just delete 10 and write 20 only because it is updating now.
Yes. Okay.
Right.
If this part, this condition is true, it will not go this part.
Okay, means it
Here
will
it
not
will increase the,
execute elif condition.
yes, because
Okay.
this condition is true.
Yes.
Then it will go here and increase the I value. I value will become 3 now, and num value is 30. If I, then it will check this condition I is equal to 1. Condition false because I value is 3. If it will not go here in this part,
Okay.
it will go else part if num is greater than max value.
So what's
Our
the num
num value
value?
is 30 and max value is 20. Yeah, condition true. 30 is greater than 20.
Okay.
It will go here. Max value is equal to num. Our max value is 20 and num value is 30. It will initialize here 30.
Okay.
So
It
max
will.
value will become 30 here.
So means it will assign 30. So it will be 30. Okay.
Yes, here is also. Then it will go again in I part. It will increase the value of I. I value is become 4
Okay.
and num value is become 40. I is equal to 4. Condition false. Like I value is 4 now. Condition false. It will not go here.
Okay.
It will go here. if num is greater than max value. Our num value is 40 and max value is 30. Condition true. It will print like max value is 30 and our num value is 40. So it will change to 40. Here is also change. So again it will go here
Hmm.
for,
Okay.
and our for loop is stop. Our for loop is stop.
Okay. For loop is completed now.
Yes.
Okay. Then what will it will print?
So it will print maximum value.
Okay. So what is the max value?
Max value is 40
Show me once.
and it will print
Okay. Yes.
here, here 40, and minimum value is 10. Here is 10. So
All
it
right.
will print 10 here and 20 here. Should I run it?
Yes, please.
And stop it.
Okay. So it is saying maximum is 40 and minimum is 10. Minimum input is
10.
10. Okay. Very nice. Good explanation. Do anyone have any
Everyone
doubt?
understood?
Does anyone have any doubt?
Yes. Understood, no doubt.
No doubt. All clear. All right. Okay, so you can stop sharing your screen. You can stop sharing now. Okay,
Okay.
great. Okay, so today we are stopping our class here. Okay, so tomorrow we will discuss more program in details. So that's all for today, guys. Do you have any question you can ask? Otherwise, good night, everyone.
No doubt, sir.
All right, guys.
Thank you, sir. Good night.
All right. Had
Thank
your
you, sir.
dinner?
Yes.
Good,
Yes,
good.
sir, completed.
All right. Bye, everyone.